to welcome to 100 Yards of Football. Today, I'm not going to be talking football. I'm going to be talking about hockey, the NHL. One of the greatest teams, I think, in the hockey history, the Edmonton Oilers from 1983 to 1987. And what I liked about this team, they were special, they was young, but they had the city of Edmonton on fire. Think about this. Warren Moon had won another Great Cup with the Edmonton Eskimos. But this hockey team here, led by the greatest player that ever skated on the ice in Wayne Gretzky. So if you like the video today, please comment and share it. And I'm your host, Vincent Turner. Let's talk about Mr. Gretzky with the Oilers. There was a gentleman that was learned to be great from the age of 2. He started signing autographs at the age of 10 as a skater. And he broke in the NHL at 20 years old. And the league was never changed. You talking about people, as I said again, if you watch my videos here on 100 Yards of Football, it's people that changed the sport. Like Lawrence Taylor did in the National Football League at the outside linebacker position. Like Michael Jordan did with the Chicago Bulls. Like Muhammad Ali / Cassius Clay in boxing. It's only a few can do that. And Wayne Gretzky was the guy in hockey. He won his first cup at 23 years old. In his third NHL season, he scored 50 goals in 39 games. And in 1985-1986, he had 163 assists. But what made the Oilers team so special, the players and the pieces that he had with him. Paul Coffey, one of the best defensemen ever. Mark Messier, I can't say no more about him. Went on and won 3 cups with the Oilers, then went with the New York Rangers and won 1 in New York. Grant Fuhr, the greatest goaltender at that time, and Glenn Anderson. And Glenn Slater, their coach. The skill set of this team was unbelievable. Speed, creativity, and the offensive firepower was just unbelievable. In 83-84 season, just to tell you how powerful the Oilers offense was, they scored 446 goals that season. That's 5 goals, 0.6 a game. Gretzky, Anderson, Messier, and Curry all scored 50 goals that season. And the Oilers won their first cup, beating the New York Islanders, led by Billy Smith. Then they came back the next year and beat the Philadelphia Flyers. Had a year off, and then came back and won another cup, beating the Philadelphia Flyers again in 87. And in the playoffs that year, Wayne Gretzky had 17 goals, 30 assists, and 47 points. But think about all those other guys I just mentioned, how they were in the playoffs. In that same playoffs, Paul Coffey in the games in the playoffs had 12 goals, 25 assists, and 37 points. Grant Fuhr that year in 87-88 went 15-3. This hockey team was special, man. One of the best that ever done it. But I'm going to get back to the guy that done it, that brought hockey to another level. We could talk about Gordie Howe. We could talk about Bobby Hoare. But Wayne Gretzky changed it. His skill set was just unbelievable, passed it better than anybody else. He was a real sniper. He was smart. And he brought the best out of all his teammates as Edmonton won 3 championships in 4 years. Unbelievable, man. To me, this was the game changer in hockey because it changed it to a real fast speed. And Wayne Gretzky was the guy behind the bus that drove. Then he got traded to the LA Kings and got them to the Stanley Cup Finals on the biggest stage. So when you look at this hockey team, the Edmonton Oilers from 1983 to 1987, to me, it was the greatest collection of hockey players put together. And they proved it. in the 83-84 seasons had one of the most powerful offenses that ever played in the NHL, the National Hockey League. Think about this one more time. 446 goals that season, 5.6 a game. In that season, Mark Messier, Glenn Anderson, Jared Curry, and Wayne Gretzky scored over 50 goals that season. You can't get no better than that, man. And they done it in the city at the time that Warren Moon was doing this thing. So, this great hockey team that you see on the screen right here, the Edmonton Oilers, in my opinion, and during that period, it's the greatest hockey team in NHL history. And it was led by the greatest player ever, the 6'1", 175 Wayne Gretzky. I don't have to say no more. The 83-84 season spells it out how powerful their offense. 5.6 goals a game, 446 on the season. Paul Coffey, Mark Messier, Grant Fuhrer, Glenn Anderson, and the great one, Wayne Gretzky. 85-86, think about this. He had 163 assists and won his first Stanley Cup at 23 years old. There's never going to be a better hockey player that ever stepped on the ice. I'm sorry. And Wayne Gretzky. So my final words about this great team from 1983 to 1987, the Edmonton Oilers, is this right here. It's from a band that's from the state of Canada. That's from the country of Canada, excuse me. And they had a song that went, everyone is watching to see what you do. Everyone is watching to see what you do. And everyone is watching to see where you come out tonight. I'm Living for the Weekend by Loverboy. The Oilers, they were coming out every night from 83 to 87. So if you like the video today, please come in and share it. I'm your host, Vincent Turner, and I'd like to say thank you to my producer, Mr. Logan Landers. I'm Vincent Turner, 100 Yards of Football, the Edmonton Oilers. From 1983 to 1987, led by the greatest hockey player ever, Wayne Gretzky. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of the week.